Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, wherever you're joining me at this hour. Welcome to 149 edition of Investdata Trading Academy live with Ambrose. Yes, the market again globally has continued its oscillation as we speak this morning. You can see that the market is weak, it's mixed at this moment. Since the market is mixed, you can see that the 2 days positive trend we have seen in the global market. Yes, there's a little slowdown, but still you can see that it's a mixed trend at this hour, which shows that the market is not totally out of place. It does mean that investors should just adjust what their trading strategy. Like I always emphasize that investors should always have what their set goals and they trade their goals, and that is why you have the word your stop loss at the corner of your what of your decision at any time. Even I tell you that stop loss is even more important than making decision to buy, because as you are entering, you know exactly the price to be able to accommodate loss and also cut it off. Where also you want to take profit and also sell off to take profit. These are things that will guide you. That is why your entering and your exit strategy is very, very, very important. When I mean important, it's as good as well taking decision to invest. Since as good as taking a decision to invest, we must use it what effectively. As we speak now, say that the global markets opened the mid trading, the mid week trading missed as the positive sentiment is on the previous session slowed down on what on cautious trading, as every economic data or report continue to what to create sell or buy opportunity. Don't forget that recently we saw the labor report, or call it employment report from US, what it looked like. The new quarter has started on a stronger note, but increasing fear of weakening global economic growth and also aggressive quantitative tightening weigh on what on performance and also on sentiment. Just as the weak labor report just boosted investors' expectation that this figure or report might also signal that the Fed will likely continue to likely pull back their aggressive rate of of rate hike in the coming meeting. And that was that yes, the rate hike was to fight inflation, but now we're seeing that this continued rate and also the economic situation are started changing. I started seeing a weak labor report. And don't forget that anywhere in the world there are two major assignment of central bank of any economy. One for stability and also to create employment. And they create employment, they bring rate down to create employment, and also they take rate high to control liquidity. It's understandable all over there. Yeah, that was saying that what is causing the current inflation is not only as a result of liquidity in circulation, cost push and distortion in supply. Now that Fed has continued to, another central banks of the world continue to fight inflation with aggressive rate hike, and I believe that what also has happened in UK, which I explained about 2 days previous week, has also done on most of the central bank that they need to also rethink. But with weak labor data or report emanating now, it's also a sign that they might see a slowdown, might not see the kind of 75% hike we saw the previous one from Fed. Any other market, you can also see that the other economy now are looking at how UK has going to manage their situation. Yes, that's why they have reversed the tax cost before, but who believe that there's a way that all this is going to play out if we start looking at costing rate now. That was also where you can see that the market will start meeting that. And also, don't forget that the rate hike have not really affected only the economy, but the government itself would have been, because most of the government loan or indebtedness has also become cost for them to service it because of all increasing rate. For that, I think the CBN is about the central banks around the world are likely to heed toward the advice of the World Bank and also the IMF in terms of what this recent rate hike for the last more than almost 3 quarters now this year. We have seen consistent rate hike, and that if it is a relief or a sign, because I said it earlier, these are two areas you want to see them. When prices are high, they want to put inflation, increase interest rate to also to cover it. But when we are seeing that the economy is weak, you need to reduce interest rate to what kind of give economy stimulus to start coming up. And all this, let tell you that in any market of the world, it is one sector or one good news or one information will also trigger either a bull market or a bear market. We are seeing that the market has been bleeding all this while, But if the rate, employment rate now or economic data that we're seeing that is slowing down, are also linked to for the effect or central bank of the US to start slowing down on their rate hike, that would be good. That also will spiral to what to other other countries or other domain, because we have seen that most of the other central banks are pattern their rate hike according to what they are seeing there happening in US. That is why we need to look at that this also may be a sign of relief, but let's keep our finger crossed as investors across the globe to see what to come up at the end of the day. But the good thing again is that oil price has continued to oscillate. Now, yes, my saying is not good, but to some it's a good thing, because those that are in that sector, they want the oil price to remain up, while others want oil price to remain down so that they can use it lower cost to drive the economy. But as we speak now, because of the OPEC meeting that is holding today, we can see that oil has successfully crossed the $90 price again to around 91.85 now as we speak. That means you can see it is a commodity that's dropped as low as almost 81 to $80 in the last quarter. But now the first week of the quarter we're seeing new quarter we're seeing that that's come from as low as that 81, 80 to almost 91 as we speak. This is a good strong response to me, or for me it's a good one for those in that space. And don't forget that this oil price as it continues to rise going to also drive what volatility in the market. And also you can share that the report already that the US Treasury already pointing that the crypto space might also affect what financial stability. That is that they also be rethinking in that direction. You as an investor look at where can I take advantage of what is happening, because this report I was expecting between now and end of the year, knowing that this is the last quarter of the year, that comes a lot of seasonality, any seasons along the corner, election is here. We're seeing a lot of things happening. Oil price going back again is a boost for the economy, boost for financial sector down here. Where will you be putting your money? These are the things that we want to play out in this season. That's why I said the last quarter of the year, as if you check history, it has been the most active quarter. And if you look at returns are also high. That means as price of stocks are pulling back across the world, especially in our market here now, for me, it's not time for you to panic, but take advantage of those companies that you know either their earnings or information or policy or statement that sector might change the performance, and also change sentiment towards it. That might see that improve their buying interest. That is what or how either boom return back to the market or bear. There are two things, like I already said, that it's a sector and individual stock can lead a bull, and a sector and individual stock can also lead what a bear. Well, now we are already seeing a volatile market, in a collective mode. For that you need to also want to see the right price to buy, and this is why I said this is time for you to use what we call the contemporary technical analysis. If you're following the classical analysis, as you're jumping in, you see that first one again, because you didn't combine the right tools to know exactly when to jump into position. This is the time for you to invest wisely, not just panicking and run out of position. As I was saying, today's OPEC meeting, already that you can see that also India, refinery has move also to lock in an oil deal, ahead of what Russia could, embargo. This tells you that everybody is looking at where can I take advantage of what is happening to also make my economy or my business to run well as we speak. But as we speak now, US market indices are mixed at this moment, while that European stock markets are down. Asia market is mostly in green. Yes, it's mixed, but mostly in green, while Africa market is mixed. Just as NGS is trading in the green at this moment, with the new listing by introduction also supporting the market. I believe that this is also part of the fact that the market is in green. But we're seeing that other news that are coming to the market also going to guide investor. We saw publication that assets also moving to Angola, Angola to acquire another banks. That's the good news. I also can see that assets also are among the stocks are gaining. We are seeing also insider dealing in Echo, ETI, which is a good bank. Echo Bank in Nigeria is a good bank, a good one for them. Almost around 11 to 55. Tell you that if you are seeing insider, check the one that buying. These are the things that should guide you now to take investment. It's not time to panic. I know that between now and the second week of the new month of October, on the fourth quarter of the year, we expect the market was delayed. Yes, but once you start seeing this number and other information, market might likely not change direction. Don't panic out of your position. That's why I say panic will not always give you what a good result. Whether you wait to take information at the right time, let your word, let sentiment, fundamental, and all your technical to guide you at any given time. But when to take profit, always tell you when also to cut loss. take action, because that is why we are using your stop loss, protect you to know exactly what to do. That is way to go as what as investor or trader. Don't need to panic at all in this market as we speak. Yes, let's look at what the market is doing now, right away on the floor of the exchange. I'll tell you that the market for me is still in order, very, very in order. We're seeing that yes, market indicator as I mentioned earlier, but as we speak now, at the state of the market as we speak, market is trading 48,898, 898.87. Market is up by 19.15, present about 0.07. That tells you that the market is also in green at this moment, which is also equally good for every one of us. We're seeing that sentiment trying to find stability, but to look at what is the chart doing, that will give us a a clear what direction of what the market is doing now. That's why I want to go back now to the chart to see what what the chart is saying at this moment. But as I said, the stock we're having the top gainers here are we're seeing Resta reversing the trend yesterday. Also, we're seeing that Japan Gold is up, Access Corp, UBA, and University Press. These are the ones that are on the gainers chart, topping the gainers chart now. Then also on the loser chart, yes, we can see that Northern Nigeria Flour Mill is in that pack, followed by PZ, and also we're seeing Cornerstone Insurance on the loser chart, Champs, and Jahis Bank. Don't forget that Jahis Bank is recently has been on the gainers to see move, but for me, I'm not surprised. But you need to check. Is it time for you to jump out of this stock or for you to just watch? Because when you see a stock that has strong momentum, you need to know whether to stay or to run, not just because the stock is pulling back, not running. You need to know exactly what is happening, and that is why you need to combine your momentum, your volume, and your price to know exactly where the stock is heading to. But we've seen, let's start rebounding from 2 naira 12 kobo yesterday. It's a good sign. I mean, people are taking advantage of it. Also, as I'm looking forward to see the half-year result for this March account. Don't forget that the same Northern Nigeria and the Resta has a match at the end. I can see them even UPD University Press also match account. But the result, the news of Access Corp expanding again. I also can see that markets are also taking that into consideration. See a little rebound in the price from as low as almost 760 kobo, 760 kobo yesterday, coming back again to around either 780 or that 8 naira as we speak now. But if you look at the other side, which is the volume, in terms of top trade, in terms of volume, we're looking at the GT code leading, followed by Sterling Bank. You can see Champs there, Zenith Bank, and NGS group. These are the stocks that are leading on the volume chart. That means top trade in volume. This is the state of the market as we speak now. But the good thing is that we want to look at what is actually happening in this market. Yes, we want to take time to chart. Look at the GT code charts. Look at Sterling, or look at NGS and Zenith Bank. Also look at what is happening in Register. Then look at UBA and the Access Corp. These are the charts we're going to look today, and that of of Jahis Bank. That are the things we're going to look at this morning now. Quick one, let's look at what is the market doing. See where the index is going. You can see that the index has been on a downtrend, which I know you can see with your eyes here, and the chart is being displayed already. If you look at from here down. Okay, yes, sorry, I didn't get it here. For this point, I didn't take it. Let me take it back here. I take it from up here down. Let me see. Let me take it from there. That will make sense. From this point, from this point. Yeah, I can see. I think I know you have seen it before now that you can see the downtrend already. That's position. Then if you take it here again, which I know from here down again, market is still on that bearish channel. Trying to see there. It does not break out up or down out of the channel, and this will also use channels to take measure. You can see that these trend lines are still top down. It has not broken out or is still within the gap, but still making a lower low. But here it's not lower low now. I see lower until it cross down to beat this one down. Now continue lower lows, but now I see lower highs, but still I know that it's shaking because market has confirmed that market is already in a decline from here. But let's call up other indicators for us also to take advantage of the market. Let's call up other indicators up. Very, very important. For us to call other today. Let's go and see, use our commodity channels today, and also look at our T line. Often T line and money flow will always be there for us to guide our position in our decision. Yes, our T line, as usual, we have to change it to what? To 8. To 8. You know, 8 here. Good. Hold on, this thing is moving. Okay. So, thank you. You can see from here to this point, so that the market is slightly in green. You can see here, you can see down money flow trying to look up small. So let's look at at this point. You can see that money flow trying to come back to around 20, even at 20 at 19 something this morning. We can see that the market is still below the T line from what we are seeing. We're still trending down. But you know that today there's a new listing, but that does not reflect much on the market. But that might be later. But the good thing is that market is also, the momentum in the market is weak. But we know that for those stocks that are giving us a sign of strength, that is where it should be. Like I said, when in the market situation, look at those that have strength, that is where you identify with, and those that are on the decline and those that are having weak momentum, you need to watch to see when the strength return back to that position before you can take. As we speak now, I'll tell you that the market is relatively weak, waiting for what? A trigger. This trigger will be a form of liquidity, a form of what? Impressive earnings. If the numbers we're expecting go direction of what? Direction of what we saw in Q1 and Q2. And also, like I said yesterday, a sign that there might see us a better number for Q3 is there. So that the private sector, Property Manager Index had an expansion. It was strengthened in the last month of September, which is also good for the market. But here you can see that money flow is still low, reading around 2019 there. Then but you can see that here, if you go for your CCI, you can see that the momentum is down, it's still below the dotted line here and here. That's where we are seeing until cross also here strength and come back to the market. But at this point, let's see with that. Any news here can trigger this pop. That will be good for the market for every one of us. But this time, you don't need to just be panicking the market. I know that panicking will lead to what taking the wrong decision. But if you're also diversifying your portfolio, you should know the sectors and also the company that you should also be putting your money at this time. But if you come to look at the 1 hour chart for the market, 1 hour chart for the market, you can see here in the last 1 hour, 2 hours, my market is in green, then to resist decline. You can see it here in green here. Yes, good one, but you can see that the momentum is stronger on the 1 hour chart compared to what we saw in the daily chart. You need to also consider this. Now let's wait and see, because as we speak now, this is the first trading week for the month of October and the first quarter of the year. Last quarter of the year, we saw that yesterday the quarter started on a negative note here. So we can see that the market is likely to also to resist the decline. For this, the critical support level of the market at the time. Once market break at this 80 for 8,500, and that will be also a sign that the weakness in the market has also strengthened. But I believe that we should keep our eyes on those stocks that I said earlier, in those sectors and those stocks that in that group of strong stocks that can trade defensive no matter what is happening. Yes, you can see that a work of capital flies from the capital market to either fixed income market, but we believe that there are still opportunity in that capital market, especially in the equity market, because we see some stocks that are giving us good lead to guide us that yes, there's still potential in this space. That's why we don't need to also panic at this time at all. Yes, these are the charts, but let's quickly look at the individual stocks as I mentioned at the beginning. That we're looking at GT code. Let's see what is happening in GT code now. That will also give us a clue what is happening in GT code. So that banking stocks yesterday were hit because market reacting to the recent adjustment to the new cash reserve ratio about 32.5. But I believe that what is happening in the oil sector, even the crude oil market, everything, oil remain high. That and also believe that this also is a way, like bank. I know that that money will affect banks for what was going to save follow in the CBN cover. If you are letting it fine, but also don't forget that the last MPC, CBN was commenting them that now there's a kind of improvement in what in the non-performing loan. That means they are able to manage their their loans and all those very well, which is good for the bank. But if you look at this 1 hour chart for GT code, I would say this is not looking good. But the good thing is that the price has to resist this 17 naira thing. And don't forget that let's quickly look at 1 week to know exactly where the stock let's look at 1 week. And even I would like to look at, I remember look at when it touched 17 naira, that was when that was 2020. You can see this is a strong support level for the stock. You can see also it tested it. You can see that at that same base, that is where the stock is also touching now. That will guide you to know what to do with this stock at this point. For those that are income investor, you can see high strong yield in this stock. You can see where it's coming from and when it bounces back. If there's a turnaround there and it break out this T line up, I see how far it goes. That means if you are buying at this price, I can see this is strong support level. 17 is what you touch when the market pull back around the 2020. I don't know how to show about the COVID-19 and the market touch 11 years low as at then. That's where you can see the price confirm that same price is what we're seeing today, 1750, 1760, and that is where it made a U-turn as it touched that same price at that period. Let's keep our eyes here for the stock if can talk from here. But if you look at that same stock, look at the monthly chart for DT code, you need to see what it's doing. You can see this is the monthly chart for DT code for this one from 2004. You can see that this is a critical point now. You can see it where it is now. You can see this has always been a turning point for the stock. Here, you can see here. That means for a long time, the stock has not traded below this. But now you can see it here. Anytime you touch around that point, the last one is around what is the price here? Let me see if I can get the price here. It's not showing the price here. You can see it here on the monthly chart. This here that was almost 2015. Before it crossed the T line, you can see that the T line is still remained there to guide you how far the stock can go. It was below it, down. But now you can see that it's also below the T line. Anything crossed up now will be a good one for the stock. That's why I think at this point, anybody that's taking the stock can also take a what call stage accumulation of stage buying just to buy, because you can see that this is the point that always touch and bounce back. Unless these are the lower price before now. At this price, what is it doing? These are low price for the stock. Okay, this was low price of the stock. This is 2004. What was the price then? Four naira and something. You can see it here. You can see it's long that the stock touched around 14 naira. 16 naira should be around 2012. 2012, around April. And since then, it crossed over again and stay up, came back. I see that the stock has been on this move. There's up and then bottom, there's up and then there's low of the stock. Now that you can see it here, it tested it the same year. At this period, tested it at this period, tested it at low at 1669. You can see what I'm seeing here. Tested it as this same month. For me, it's a good one. Let's keep our finger crossed. That means the possibility that this stock will touch 25 again is here. And if you are buying at this price and there's any uptrend, you must also be making money in the stock. That's why money flow on the monthly chart still looking up, but still below 50. Then you can see that buy opportunity where it is. You can see it here. At this point, you can see where position is taking. Here, you can see all those signs. Here before it jump up, here down below it, here down below it. These are the things we look at. Even here, so below it before it. These are the things we also look at. We know that there is also moving the same direction. Now that money flow is looking up, price is coming down on the monthly chart, it's also a sign to keep your eyes on the stock. Okay, the next one there is Sterling Bank. Let's look at Sterling Bank. Sterling Bank. Look at Sterling Bank. Look at Sterling Bank. What Sterling Bank is doing here. To take advantage of also low price at the same time. Look at what it's doing. find select bank here. Not to waste our time. Let's go for Zenith Bank here. Let's go for Zenith Bank. Let's go for Zenith Bank to see what is happening here in Zenith Bank. This more chart. Sorry, this is about price. You can see Zenith Bank at this point now. Zenith Bank at this point, you can see here and there. You can see the chart bottom, top. That means this one is still going below the T line. You can see it here, but let's take it away back to what this is a weekly chart. So you can see a weekly chart. Let's take it to a day chart. That's where we are for today. You can see this is the weekly chart for Zenith Bank. If you draw your pattern now, your triangle now, you can see this is a descending triangle you can get here. If you want to draw triangle here for Zenith Bank at this point, you can see from here. I didn't get it chart well. I don't know how to take it off. Okay. Then I can take it here. Draw from here. Descending triangle, kind of call it from here. Take it again. Here's the button here. Take from here. This point. You can see this also a descending triangle for descending triangle for technical analysis. It's also a continuation pattern, either breakout up or down to speak now. This one in the chart. You can see also that the stock is coming down, momentum is also weak here, but money flow is telling that fund is entering around 70. You can see that there's also volume coming out from the stock recently. If you check the chart here, the volume chart, you can see that of late you have seen trading above with average traded volume, which is good for the position taking, and that's why the price has remained around 19 and 20 naira all this while. Let's keep our eyes on the stock. But let's look at 1 hour chart for Zenith Bank. You can see on 1 hour chart to see, you can see that money flow is still low. The momentum in terms of your CCI, you can see that it's outside the triangle still weak, but I believe that also you can see this is strong support level. You can see here it's just playing around here, trying to consolidate here. Either to break out upward is a good sign of resisting decline at this point on the 1 hour chart. Let's quickly look at part of NGS group. Let's see this stock that have been beating during their crisis. We're trying to rebound powerfully as we speak now. Let's see what's the NGS. NGS. NGS group. Yeah. This is 1 hour chart for NGS. You can see that as it touch, as you can see where it has been on the 1 hour chart. And after touching that low of 17, then you can see it trading up, came down, come up again. From here to here, you can see that been above the trade line on the 1 hour chart. And also you can see that the momentum is still strong. You can see up here, and money flow is still high. And this for 1 hour. Let's look at the day chart for the stock now. On the 1 hour chart, yes, on the day chart, but still momentum is still strong, but below money flow is below 35. I said yesterday. Once it cross, but now you can see becoming flat a bit here. But now you can see that momentum is high here where it is now. And this sign of the candlestick we're seeing here is also a sign of a top. I mean, say a pullback profit here more than almost 4 to 5 days. You can see the rally before trying to pull back. And don't forget this also resistant, almost approaching this first one before you see this top. You have to watch very well. Now take profit, profit taking here. And also don't forget I said it when you see that the price action is far from T line, it's a sign of you to take profit. You can see it here. It happened at this point. You can see it here. You can call it when you saw it here, the price here, you know that here is far. That is for her to know how to also take profit using what T line. Let's quickly look at the Resta again. Resta yesterday was among the stocks that on the stock that we are on the red, but this one we are seeing it up again. This is a day chart for restart. As it has been below the T line all this while when it came down trading, but today that is it's gaining. Consider it has crossed the T line. Is this a sign for you to buy? You come and look at what is money flow. Money flow is almost above 50. It's a good sign, and also you can see that volume is coming, momentum is coming back after it has slowed down yesterday. You can keep your eyes now that you have crossed the T line. I'll tell you that when it has bounced back above the T line, you can be thinking of buying and cashing. Also, don't forget we're also looking forward to see the Q2 number for investor. These are the things you look at to see whether it will guide you to take what you don't need to panic at all in this kind of market. Yes, there's a sign of weakness in the market generally, but stay in those stocks and those sectors where you think that there is still good intent in for you in the market. If you look at the 1 hour chart now, you can see the 1 hour chart here is still below the T line, but we're seeing a green here, good one. You can see also volume looking up. Money flows above 58 point, and you can see also came down, but we're still like to see a sign of moving up. Don't forget that it has been in between this, the shaded area between not weak, not strong, in between all this one, but came up here, come down on 1 hour chart. But let's see also what it looked like for access call. Access stop, look at access stop. Access stop can see now the stock on the 1 hour chart can see above the T line, above the T line, below the T line, can see above the T line, has been for a while. From here that has remained what on below the T line, sign of weakness, which you can see here to also coming down. Money flow has been around within 45, 46. You can see not too strong, not too weak. But this for 1 hour chart. But let's look at the day chart, what is happening to on stock. Even on a day chart, yes, even looking up slightly this morning, I see that it's still what down around 765. Let's keep our finger crossed and also below the T line. I can see that momentum is weak and money flow is also weak, within around 22, which is also not too strong. But let's see because of the expansion drive and also for those that are thinking medium and long for traders, also have to play careful with this kind of stuff or to confirm a breakout from the T line before we can jump into what into the stock as we speak now. Yes. And finally, because of our time, let's look at the UBA. UBA, we look at it briefly. Look at UBA, see what is happening in UBA. UBA, consider all the banks, all this while you can see that good momentum, you can see it here, below the T line, which CCR also shows us that there's weakness, but still sign here, but weakness also money flow below this. We have to also trade all these banks for long term, for medium and long term, until they break out the T line before we can consider them for short term trading now. Let's look at the last one, Chinese bank. We want to look at it first before we finally call it today. Chinese bank, for me, let's start from the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, I see Chinese bank trending. I see volume here, all these ones. But I see even when it's trending on the 1 hour chart, it tested the T line many times, but did break down, break it down, still above it as we speak now. But now I can see that it's like it has gone below the T line now. But not seeing I can see this point, black point here. That is for 1 hour chart. But you can see little strength here. But the money flow is not strong, and momentum is also coming down. Looking at the CCR. But let's look at a day chart for stock to give us free position. You can see that yesterday it formed a sign of weakness. When the stock is going up, so this what we call a dodgy formation of candlestick here. I also tell you what is going to happen. It's a sign of weakness, but let's see how far it will go. But I can tell you that money flow is still strong, momentum is still very strong. And you need to keep your eyes and see where to go from here before you jump out. But also, if you have entered at this point, profit taking is necessary. And don't forget that this has been a strong word resistance level. You can check it here. 1, 2, 3, that's almost there. Pulling back here, I should not be surprised. These are the things that also guide you when you are taking your investment decision. Yes, I will say big thank you for your time. Yes, thank you. And also we encourage you to go to our YouTube and then make comments, subscribe, and also our site. Feel free. But for those that also that missed the masterclass, yes, you can't rewind the hand of clock, but also prepare yourself for what the coming one in December and January, hopefully by God's grace. And also look at any season coming from next week. We expect that the early filers will start in the market as from what? As from 15th or 16th of this month. Let's keep our hands crossed and see what market is going to do. But for me, no cause for alarm. Don't panic in this market. Make information and stay with sectors and stock that has all it takes to sustain the price. As we are looking forward to see more earnings that will support this market situation. See you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Thank you.